I need y'all to like the video. Comment if you want, but turn your post notifications on so you know the next time I drop.
If we become better women, right, we raise better children, including these men, these sons that we complain about, right? Because if you think of the dynamics or the demographics of who's raising these boys that all of these women complain about, we collectively are raising these boys, and we're not doing it right because it's showing in the product. It's showing after the equal sign. We need our unit. We need the husbands. We need the fathers in the home. We need to rear these children together, because what women are doing is they're creating these dependent sons that then go out and get into these relationships with women that don't want dependent men. But no one says in the beginning, hey, Aunt Lisa, you're raising this kind of son, and he's going to come up like this. We only complain after the fact. We don't complain when we see it in action.
That's our biggest issue. The thing that has stifled us is the masculine presence leaving the Black community and this gynocracy taking it over. That is the one thing that stifled us, which I believe is being corrected, because the men specifically are continue to gain wealth, continue to move forward, continuing to prosper in preparation.
You want to know what men want? We hate the fact that y'all don't take accountability. You rather shut down, flip the script, start crying, turn red, act like you can't breathe and you gonna die and you got the hiccups.
You're right.
We hate that. It is so annoying because it's rare y'all ever wrong. And then the one time you wrong, you gonna die from it.
Right. You're right.
We gotta admit we wrong even when we not. We gotta admit we wrong all the time. This is what men want.
A lot of people say Patrice O'Neal, but for me, Kevin Samuels is where the conversation really started to take shape, and to see and hear women agree with the accountability issue is a huge thing, because Rome ain't built in a day. But if you can see that it is a step in the right direction, there's things to be, I don't want to say excited about, but kind of looking forward to. Because we hear so much of the negative, but when you really look at it for what it is, there is a lot of positivity that is being had because the conversation is happening.
It's like, and y'all try to say and act like y'all value don't drop. It does. It's not to say that you're not a good woman. No. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is you do have to take into account the fact that your value in different categories is down compared to a woman with no kids. It is. So you have to find ways to bring your value up so you could be more valuable than a woman with no kids. It's women with no kids that I'm way more valuable than them in different categories. And it all depends on what that man values the most. It all depends on what that man values the most as to whether he's going to choose you or he's going to choose that woman with no kids. So whether y'all like to admit it or not, I'm going to say it again. It ain't no line of men that's lined up waiting to date no woman with no kids. It's not. And your value has to be, you have to bring more value to that man than she do. And he has to see what you have to offer as valuable, more valuable than her.
The reason why is because the delusion is so strong in them that they feel entitled to a good man. So it's like, hell no. You know what I mean? Like, hell to the no. But the fact that she understands that you have to compete in this dating market, she's very much aware of that, and she understands how to compete. Because not only do you have to bring value, but you have to compete and bring more value than what is seen with the girl without kids. And you can do that if you understand what men want.
Stop saying you a single mother if the father is there helping. You're not a single mother, you're a single woman. There's a difference. If the father is there taking on the responsibilities, emotional, financial, and spiritual, and still adding provision, then quit trying to elicit sympathy. You're not a single mother.
That's a bar.
Because he could be a horrible, shitty boyfriend, but an excellent father.
Right.
But a lot of times women coerce the children. And you have some women like, I've never said anything bad about you. No, but children pick up on energy, and your energy is always suggestive, and you put a negative connotation on my role in this child's life, and they feel like they have to choose. Women know how to manipulate a child
So bad.
like
So easily.
very clandestinely. Where they don't have to flat out always say, your dad ain't shit, or I'm gonna keep it. It's little subtle things they can do, but you're only hurting a father who actually wants to be there. That move don't work on a father who don't want to be there because he ain't there.
First, most fathers want to be in their children's life. First of all, you're not just hurting a father, though, you're hurting a child. Secondly, a lot of women prefer to be perceived as a victim. Some women play the role of victim masterfully.
Being a woman in this day and age is hard as hell. But imagine being a single mother who does it all on her own. How much harder it is for her. We out here moving mountains for our children, making sure every single day of their life is better than ours. I'm making sure my child has all of the experiences, the best education, the best food, a quality living space, peace and happiness. Imagine doing all of that, and some women don't even have the other parent contributing nothing. It's overwhelming. It's frustrating. It's overstimulating. She's over here being selfless while you're over there being selfish. Do you know how frustrating it is when you're putting in so much effort, so much time, so much heart, so much love into your child while the other parent does nothing? Imagine that. So the next time you ask a single mother, is she okay? And she replies, yeah. Deep down inside, no, she's not. I can guarantee that 8 times out of 10. So if you are in her life and a part of her village, extend a helping hand or be supportive, understanding, and feel what she really is going through. Because I don't care what no one says. Being a single mother is the hardest job out here.
That's because you shouldn't be doing it. When she was speaking on what she was doing for her child, she only mentioned things as far as the now is concerned. But she never even knew to think about the later, you know, the legacy. This is the family name. How can we endure? It just goes to show you the difference in just even the whole approach in raising the children, because the man is going to teach the child how to survive in the world. And if he's proactive enough in his thought process, he's going to create a legacy for that child to leave, you know, to assist them in their life, for their lineage. Most women don't even think about that. The only thing that they can think about is the experiences that the child is supposed to have that creates ultimate satisfaction of happiness, that dopamine release. That's it. You know, they know nothing about sacrifice and legacy, which in their defense, they're really not supposed to know. It's not their job. It's the man's job. That's why the two are supposed to come together as one. And you as a single mother, you're not going to be able to give them the life value lessons on how to survive as well as their father could.
A female narcissist. She's obsessed with wanting to appear good instead of actually being good. She will cause so much destruction and chaos in your life, then act like the victim publicly to circumstances and repercussions that she's created. Don't let that go over your head.
I'm in the opinion that there's more female narcissists than there are male narcissists. And it's more widely accepted because a lot of women believe that they are entitled to things.
It is not teaching these dudes no sort of lesson. It is teaching us a lesson. I have done one-on-ones with so many women that get $97 a month in child support, $277 a month, $300 a month in child support, $150 a month in child support. And everything else with the child, they have to do on their own. Yet they're telling you as younger girls, girl, have your baby and put that nigga on child support. The child support ain't supporting, bitch. It ain't working. From a real bitch to y'all young girls, don't fuck y'all life up like a lot of bitches older than y'all have done. The value of being with you, the value in being with you as a wife, as a spouse, 80 to 90% of the time, and you can take this fucking statistic to the bank and cash that hoe, it brings your value down. As a man dating and looking for a woman, running across you young girls with 1, 2, 3, 4 kids from a nigga that don't want to help you, ain't studying you, didn't want a baby with you, don't got nothing good to say about you, and you don't got nothing good to say about him. This is not a situation where if I'm a man with good intentions that I'm going to want to walk and sit in and build in with you. Do y'all understand this? These older hoes, they already fucked up. They not going to tell y'all that. They too triggered. They too bothered when I say this. I'm just letting it simmer. I got a lot more to say. And again, I'm talking to the young girls that want it real. This shit where we sit up on the internet and in the communities.
This generation, our generation of women is cooked. It's over with. You got to work on, because Rome ain't going to be built in a day. At least some of them are speaking out. But this generation is cooked. It is what it is, though. You know, you got to work on the next generation. That's the only thing that's going. I'm doing it for my sons, man. I'm not doing. I can't do it for myself. You know what I mean? I got what I got.
So like, I'm literally just in my kitchen, and I really want to know how people manage to just stay strong every day for their kids. Like, I am struggling. I am mentally struggling. Just being a single mom and having to do everything on my own. Like, it's draining. It's so emotionally draining, and I try to find the strength every day, but I just don't have it anymore in me. So yeah, let me know how you guys manage to keep it together every day, because I have no support. Everybody that told me, oh, they're gonna be there for me and my kid, this and that, when it's the time for y'all to show up, y'all leave. And that's what got me fucked up, because why? Like, I'm genuinely not that type of person to people, but I just can never catch a break, and I'm over it.
Yeah, it's called Make Better Choices. They're really like confidently trying to rely on this imaginary community that women are supposed to build with each other that don't exist. She, sadly, is going to have to be a cautionary tale. That's what I'm saying. It's for the youth. The youth have to see this and be like, this is what it looks like. This is the reality of it. It's not what you think. It's not how they're trying to say it is. This is the truth.
Being the only parent who has to sacrifice it all is draining. We are always figuring it out per usual. Some days I amaze myself at all the shit that I get done. Sometimes I'm over being a parent because of the major burnout. The reality of the situation is so bittersweet, because I love putting a smile on my baby's face and making sure that she's being taken care of. But doing it 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, no breaks, in sickness and in health, through depression, anxiety through the roof. I be in here fighting for my life. But in reality, parenting is so rewarding. It has its ups, it has its downs, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. But every day I have to show up with a bulletproof vest, a helmet, and a cape on, because I don't know what each day is going to bring. And I have to be prepared for all of the unforeseen circumstances that might come my way. So mamas, if you out there doing it on your own, me too. Just know I'm rooting for you. And remember, don't be afraid to ask for help.
More and more cautionary tales, because they are struggling. You know what I'm saying? I think it's going to be in the near future because of what's happening with this great reset that we're going through right now. I think you're going to start to see more crash outs with the border works and the tears, you know, and all that other stuff. Like, they didn't pick this. Like, these aren't their own choices.
One of the biggest lies that young single moms tell themselves is that they're going to find a man that wants to raise their kid as their own, take care of their kid, another man's kid, and them completely, and that he will never want to have a kid of his own. It's one of the best lies they tell themselves. It's an amazing lie. Listen, a man wants to come home and look at his child in the face. He just does. No matter what I go through, being able to look my daughter in the face and know that she came from me, she's half me, it makes it okay. It makes it okay. If I had been married all of those years and I didn't have no child, I would have felt like I failed in that marriage. But because I have a beautiful daughter and we're raising her the right way, even though we're not together, I'm okay with that. But if you think that a grown man with no legacy, no children, is just gonna come along out of the blue and raise your kid, another man's kid, like it's your own, and then say, yeah, you know what? I don't need a kid. I'm just gonna treat your kid like it's my own. But I don't need my own DNA carried forth into another generation. I'm good on that. It's an incredible lie.
That's exactly what we're trying to say. And notice he said the word legacy, because that's like a masculine thing. That's what you think about as a man. I think that the level of delusion that women feed themselves to cope with a reality that they're not in for real, I think that that's a superpower, because they could always make up a whole nother lie to tell themselves that themselves is going to believe. It doesn't even have to make any sense at all, and they'll still believe it. That has to be a superpower. I need y'all to like the video, comment if you want, but turn your post notifications on so you know the next time I drop.